Peace. This is a Meat Potato Social Production starring myself, the White Alchemist, and today's topic for the occult family is, does death become you? There is a saying amongst many sorcerers as well as mystics that death is only the beginning. Now, the thing about that is that it's one beginning. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean that just like you have different celestial realms, you have different infernal realms. When you deal with death, there are many planes when it comes to death, because we know that sometimes, depending on how you make your transitions or your demise, what ends up happening is that this can send a shock to your spirit, and you may not even know that you are dead. We all know about the Sixth Sense, where Bruce Willis' character didn't even know he was dead. Same thing with Patrick Swayze in the 1990 movie Ghost. So I want to say this, is that with death, we know that there are punishment realms. We know that whatever you subscribe to, that's what you're going to meet on the other side. If you're Christian, you're going to meet that demise. If you're Muslim, same thing. If you deal with the Norse paganism and Valhalla, you're going to deal with that. And let's just say that you embrace, which many occultists do, you have a polytheistic outlook where you embrace a lot of gods, a lot of goddesses. And one thing we have to understand is that when we come back here, this is an obstacle course. Is it fair? No. And we can't get caught up on that, because a lot of people that have defected from magic, I should say, they have this thing of, is that, oh, I was so sullen and depressed when I was practicing magic and all that. You were already depressed. It's just that magic will accentuate and it will up the ante. That's what magic does. That's why a lot of people sometimes will discourage people from practicing magic, or those that practice magic, what do? We already know, family. They go right back to what? What they are used to. When you practice magic, and especially necromancy, what ends up happening is that you live life to the fullest. I'm not someone that's depressed. I'm not. I'm not a person that's depressed and I'm sullen and all that, and there's this black cloud hanging over me like the sword of Damocles. No, I live life to the fullest. Now, are you going to accomplish everything you want to in your life? You should never do that. But you should have a level of being content where I may not have did everything I wanted to do, but I did the majority of what I needed to do. That is very important. So when you are born, what ends up happening is that when you are born, the clock is ticking. Because if you're a woman, you're in your prime from maybe 16 to 30. If you're a man, you're in your prime 18 to maybe 35. And then what ends up happening, you either gain weight, lose weight, your muscles start atrophying, and then you get in your 40s and your 50s, the body starts breaking down. The body breaks down because of what's happening with your food, your diet, stress, etc. And the body breaks down for this metaphysical reason, because it wants you to become a better person spiritually, as well as increase your intellect. So you lose one thing, you gain another. So how does this play into with magic? Well, how this plays into with magic is that once the clock is ticking, you're going to become, if you've done what you're supposed to do, an ancestor. This is what you're going to become. So what type of ancestor would you want to be? I know for me, and a person can accept it or reject it. I have no problem with that. So when you are going to do something, besides we know the earthly matters, the mundane, leaving insurance policies, property, etc. Now, what about magically? Well, are you going to leave books, journals, and are you going to do certain things as a magician slash witch or sorcerer to see that the people that you may oversee as an ancestor or spirit guide, how do they connect with you? You can, in my case, I would only share this with loved ones. I have a certain sigil that people who are connected to me, they can use the sigil to contact me. So why do I do that? That's to factor out and take out of the equation imposter spirits, posers, etheric spirits that are basically fugazi. So you can use a sigil, in my case, and if a person really pays attention to you, which is very hard, but if a person pays attention to you, what's the favorite meal? What's your favorite day? We have certain favorite days astrologically. A person may not do good on a Monday, but they may feel great on a Wednesday or a Friday. So, what you can do for that person is like, hey, use my sigil, contact me during this hour, and you can contact me anytime. Or if you want to be, as I say, a nitpicky type of person, okay, you can contact me on a Wednesday, you can contact me on a Friday, and I will give you this particular gnosis, because time is no longer linear when you made that transition. It's not. You can see time from different aspects, especially if you practice magic. If you are practicing magic, or what I would call spirituality on a higher plateau, you already have the jump over a lot of people that's here. You do. So that's something that you can do. And a lot of people, especially men, they've already said that men think more about death than women do. And the thing is, the rapper Scarface said he was infatuated with death. I'm not infatuated with death, but what it is, I understand that there's levels in life and there's levels in death. So no, I don't obsess about it. I'm living life and I'm trying to do the best I can to help people and be the best that I can be. And hopefully many of you who are subscribed to this channel and love and want to be in the lives of your children, grandchildren, etc., hopefully you're doing the same thing. So death can become you, but the whole thing is you're just moving on to another level. And you're going to learn that level depending on your station once you get over to that other side. So with that, that is your meat and potato sorcery for the day. I am the Water Alchemist. Be water, my friends. Peace.